So I want to talk to you guys about E3 and why I feel that it's become absolutely, utterly irrelevant. And it's not just E3. E3 is just the last big show that happened. There's obviously Gamescom and Tokyo Game Show and Paris Games Week and a lot of other events that have happened throughout the course of the year. And like PAX and whatnot. And I'm going to tell you guys this as a person who's been attending to these kind of things for a while. It's extremely overrated and it's time for it to end, at least in its current form. Not necessarily go away for good, but they've got to change a lot of things up. Now, what you need to know about me in regards to E3 is the very first time I attended was in May of 2000. I went there from San Diego to Los Angeles via Greyhound bus. I took a day off of high school, which I got in a lot of trouble for, in order to go and meet Bruce Campbell because he was there promoting the Evil Dead video game Hail to the King on the Dreamcast. And I wanted to meet him because I was a big fan of Bruce Campbell from not only Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., but the currently running show at the time, Jack of all trades. And I went and I got to meet him briefly. And I then hung out at E3. This is the last year the Nintendo 64 was on display. I mean, like I played Perfect Dark a couple weeks before it even hit store shelves. It was a great time. At the end of the day, I wandered through East LA, accidentally ended up on the set of Pearl Harbor. It was a weird day, but it solidified my love of E3. My very first time solidified my love of E3. I went back the next year with a friend of mine. We didn't have a place to stay. We ended up crashing in his car in Chinatown. We bummed it the whole time we were there. Had a great time. Had a blast. A couple years later, went back, got the hotel, did it all over again. And again, stories after stories after events, even going as far in 2010 to getting denied access to the show and then having to smooge my way in and then also talk someone else into giving my friend a badge. I've done E3. I've done it for years. At this point, nearly 20. I've done Comic-Con. I've done PAX. I've done IGN Live, the 1 year they did IGN Live. And I've come away thinking roughly the same thing almost every single time. And it's only gotten worse in the past couple years. Why? Why is this where we are right now? Why is this happening? And especially in regards to E3. Now, when you watch the press conferences, those are always fun. Those are kind of the big events, right? The big showcases, the new trailers, the new gameplay, the new announcement. That's what people want to see. Then you go to the actual convention floor. And you know what a lot of it is now? It used to not be like this, but a lot of it is now, at least it was the last time I went in 2013, all behind closed doors. Or it's an hour or so wait to get in to actually play a game. Not even to play a game, but to watch a hands-off demo of the game. That's what they do. They sit there and you wait in line. You get maybe a 15, 20-minute demo, and that's it. Same thing over and over and over again. The last time I was there, Arkham Origins was going to come out. I waited an hour and a half to watch an 8-minute presentation on Arkham Origins. 8 minutes. Took me an hour and a half to do. It was like, what's the point? Why am I watching this? That footage ended up online like a couple days later. Most of the footage ends up online a couple days later. There's literally no point anymore for E3 to operate in its current form. People don't want to see, gamers specifically, consumers don't want to see pre-rendered trailers about what this game isn't supposed to look like, what it's supposed to be. Oh, it's in-engine footage. Whatever, man. Show us the gameplay. Don't care if it's alpha gameplay. Show us the gameplay. Put it up there on screen. It's what people want. And yes, there's a big boost now coming in from influencers, right? When I used to go to E3, I used to seriously make a business card. Like I would print one out. I would make it in Microsoft Word, print it out, paste it to a blank business card, walk up and go, here you go. This is legit. I'm a real journalist. And then over the years, I did work for actual people. But nowadays, if I want to get into E3, I got to have like 100,000 subs, which I do on this channel, and an average of 50,000 views a video, which I have never had. So there's literally no way for me to even go at this channel size, but other people, they bring in, and that's what they want. They want the influencers to come and to talk about it. But oftentimes the influencers just end up going to the parties because the parties are a lot of fun. I've done those as well. Activision open bar got me in some trouble at that point, but it was all good. The behind the scenes of E3 is more fun than the event itself. The event is a trade show. It's meant to, bring in people from around the world, get them to showcase their products, and then to get, journalists to look at everything or to get talked about in a trade magazine. But that's not where we are anymore. Who, honestly, out of people watching this, who reads Game Informer? Is it even a magazine? I mean, GameStop is this close to going out of damn business. I think Game Informer Australia just got shut down, right? I mean, GameStop is like this close to going out of business. Why is it? Because they didn't adapt at the times. Physical media is effectively dying, whether we like to admit it or not. It's going all digital, and that's fine for PC. Consoles a little bit more crappier, but that's where things are at. So people want more of the digital side of things. They want to see it. They want to try it before they buy it. We don't even do demos anymore, and if they are a demo, it's a beta to get people interested in wanting to pick out a game, because gamers aren't stupid. Gamers want to try these games before they buy them. They want to play these games, and just showing them some footage, some pre-rendered Killzone 2 BS footage, Alien Colonial Marine bullshots, is just killing it. Because I don't know about you, I tune the hell out. When those type of things come on, I'm like, that looks cool. Give me gameplay, give me something, give me a reason to care. If it's a work in progress, show me that it's a work in progress. This is the problem, though, is like these trade shows that get watched by hundreds of millions of people are not treated like the consumers that they should be treated as. They're not treated as anything more than just potential consumers, but not given a lot there to really kind of hold on to. And I feel like that's changed in the last couple of years. I'm over E3, man. I have been for a while. I would like to maybe check out Gamescom at least once, just to see it. Go to Germany, check it out. Maybe Tokyo Game Show. I'd like to go see these things, but it's like I go to PAX, and when I go to PAX, I don't play games. When I go to PAX, I don't want to waste my time. Not that I don't want to play the games, I do, but it's like I played Spider-Man last PAX. Waited in line for an hour and a half. I think I got like a 15-minute hands-on, which is fun. That's a lot of time. But then I waited another hour to put my name in a drawing in order to, potentially win a Fallout 76 Bicentennial Edition Xbox One X. Waste of time. But if you go there and the games, the lines up are there, it's all just in line. And it's just, the event is there as a meeting point for things, but you're ultimately spending your time in line waiting. I kind of feel like that's done. And E3, at least with PAX, anyone can go, and it's not like the elite sort of thing. I think Gamescom is the same way. But when it comes to E3, the way that it's designed, it just doesn't work. And I think a lot of people know that, and I think a lot of people will never come out and outright say it. It's hype, especially if you're in media. It's a lot of stuff to cover, a lot of things to talk about, a lot of money to be earned, a lot of money being put out there. So it is antithetical to them to call it out for what it is. But it's true. It's not a very good thing anymore. I mean, like, I remember back in the day when there was what was it? Zombie Unicorn, whatever the hell her name is. She came out and she's all like, oh my God, there's booth babes and they're dancing to promote an energy drink. And everyone's all like, yeah, they were hired to perform a routine at an energy drink booth. What are you talking about? And then they showed photos of her in like see-through pants at the IGN party. And she, like, there's that nonsense too, where you got to deal with these people that are there trying to push their own agenda because they know they can use it as a way to siphon cash. It's terrible what the industry has turned into in that front. It's terrible that that's what it gets boiled down to. And I think the best way to do it now would be for these developers to say, screw it. Sony did the best move by not going. I said it before. Sony won E3. 100% hands down, Sony won by not playing. But Nintendo does it right. Put out a direct a couple times a year. Give people the footage directly. Show them gameplay footage directly. Microsoft or Sony's doing that now with the State of Play, and that's how they should do it. You don't need to go to these events in order to put out the footage. Put out the footage. people will watch. You'll get the headlines. If it's not super crowded, you get more headlines and more visibility. These kind of events are effectively just giant tax write-off for these companies. That's really what they are. And I've seen it firsthand multiple times over the years, nearly 20 years now. So, yeah, it's time for E3 to go, and it's time for others like it to go as well. Now, you might sit there and say, oh, you're just whatever, you've gone, you're an asshole. It's not that. I think E3 was always something worth to get into, but it should have been open to the public. It is now, but it's not worth the money. So there's that. But look, here's the thing. If you've made it this far, do me a favor and type in E3 in the chat. I don't think many of you do. Many of you would have. This is more or less me just complaining for I don't know how long, a while. But I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for listening. Have yourself a great day and peace out.